Hey guys, it's Kay with a review of E1ULIFE. And I'm going to explain in this video why I didn't join. I'm getting a lot of emails and actually people physically reaching out to me by voice, right? Calling me and saying, hey, you know what? Check this out. This is something hot that's on the board that's going crazy, it's going viral. So why did I not join? So I'm going to just give you a review of personally why I didn't. It has no reflection on the company or anything like that, just an explanation of why I didn't join it. So if you're looking at EU Life and you know what, you're checking out some reviews, this might be insightful for you to make a decision on whether to join it or not join it. I'm going to provide some insight into why I decided not to join it. So if you're looking at EU Life, what I'm realizing that this is a relaunch. The company was around before and apparently they must be relaunching things. So this is no negative from my standpoint, right, of why I would not look at this company. Just, you know what, they had a back history. So they have a back history like every other company that starts, right? So I'm not basing my decision on whether they're relaunching, what their past history was. So I'm moving forward to just evaluate it based on the information that I have right now. EU Life, if you're seeing it, you probably checked it out. You realize that, you know what, it's dealing with Bitcoin. And some of the benefits that I saw to this program was that it does have innovative products with the AI, and it's operating in the business space. So if you have a business, this is probably something that could be useful in your business as a business tool. So that was one thing I appreciated about what the EU Life business opportunity offers in terms of their products. So they do have products, which is pretty cool. Another thing about this EU Life thing that stood out, because when I evaluate businesses, I'm not just evaluating just for the heck of it to say I don't want to join. There's a reason behind why I don't join. So, and I also look, the pros and the cons of it. So the pros are it definitely have some great benefits. It has innovative products that are in the AI space, which is booming right now. And it's for people who do have businesses, which is most of us online. Any one of us are trying to, make money online or any business space. It's a business that you're in. This is also a global business, so it's not just, confined to the U.S. It's definitely around the world that anyone can involved with. And that for me is a great perk because some of these businesses, they're just localized, like they're only in the US, right? Or only in certain countries. So you're not able to mass advertise to everyone and get anyone in because it's only located in one country or only operates in one country. So I like that feature of it. And the business plan in terms of how they pay out is in a coin or in a medium that anyone could get it. Because, you could definitely get involved with some companies and they mention that, they're international, but their payment structure doesn't allow them to really scale international. But with this one, because it pays out in Bitcoin, it definitely allows anyone to get in and anyone to get paid out. And of course, the greatest perk I'm seeing about this and why the excitement is that it is in Bitcoin, right? And the idea is that it's easier to earn Bitcoin than to buy it. And very true, it is easier to earn Bitcoin than to buy it. So this is a great selling point that a lot of people are mentioning, of why they're intrigued by this program, why they get in. So that's a hot thing. So this is a two-edged sword for me, right? The idea that it's paid in Bitcoin is a great perk, but the idea that it pays in Bitcoin has its cons too as well, which I'll allude to later in my video into terms of why I didn't join E1Life. If we look at this, it's easier to earn Bitcoin than to buy it. You can see as of today's date, February 22nd, right? Bitcoin is $96,000. If anyone's going to go and try and buy a Bitcoin, they must have some seriously deep pockets to buy one Bitcoin. And for most of us in the online marketing space, affiliate marketing space, multi-level marketing business, we don't have that kind of cash to just get one of any item, right? It's usually a struggle just to pay your auto ship at, maybe even $25, $10. And some people are paying auto ship up to $200, right? It's hard enough to maintain that auto ship, let alone to go out and buy a Bitcoin and maybe try and get another Bitcoin. It'll be pretty close to impossible unless you have deep pockets. So this company does have some great perks and a great attractive offer, right? It is allowing people to earn Bitcoin. So of course it's an attractive offer and a lot of people are hopping on this. So why didn't I join? So just to give some more backdrop on EU Life too. This is their old website, and actually maybe this is their current website. I found their website here, and this is this is what their product seems to be, right? Marketing, and this is a price point, $99 a month, or you could buy this whole thing for $4,000. That's a lot of money for most people. So if they're able to wrap their products in an opportunity, that looked very exciting to me, because they were able to say, you know what, we have expensive products, but we can make it an opportunity to make it affordable for the masses, which is very, I could say, commendable of the company to do that. Have a product, but yet they try to make it affordable for people. So apparently they created E1ULIFE, E1ULIFE in a sense, and this is the opportunity page. So this must be their business page, and this must be their opportunity page where they advertise, the opportunity that people get it and they could earn Bitcoin. So with the opportunity page, if you go in there, you'll see that this is the page, and you'll see that they offer people a product, that each product level that you get sets an amount of credits. So you're getting credits so you could actually get a part of their digital products. So when you get credits, I guess you're able to, in a sense, use their digital products, their business suite. And the packages start at $25 and go all the way up to $8,000. So we have $25 package, $100 package, a $500 package, a $1,000 package, a $4,000 package, and an $8,000 package. And that's what I saw on the website. So you can imagine if you're getting the $25 package and you get 250 credits, chances are you really don't have the robustness of the software that they offer, right? Because you're only getting 250 credits. So I'm sure this is not any lifetime credits that you're able to use the products in any great use. Chances are you have to get the bigger packages, maybe at, $1,000, right? To get 10,000 credits to really get the full use of what their products could do. Because at 250 credits, I imagine you're just getting a piddly amount of what the products could do, right? And it makes sense. If you're not putting a lot of money, $25, I can't imagine them giving you full access to use their business tools. But the more money you spend on the business tools, then the more access you have to it. Because as you can see previously, they mentioned you could pay $99 for to use the software, their softwares, or pretty much $4,000. So if they're giving you credits at $25, you're not going to get that much, right? But as you get the higher packages. So what does that translate into, and what does that mean to me when I looked at this? It means that, if you're coming in just at $25 and you really want to use their platform softwares, $25 is not going to get you any good use of the software to build your business. Chances are you're going to need to upgrade yourself and do it pretty quickly in order to get a lot more credits, say, 10,000 credits, right? To then use the software to its intended use, so you could actually get, people to look at your business and all the stuff that comes with when you're using a software. So that means you have to put more money into this, right? Either you have to go earn the money from the $25 package to then upgrade yourself, or you should start off by invest in a $25 package, the $100 package, the $500 package to get all the credits so you could really use your software. So with that idea, here's what it looks like. E1ULIFE has a 2x3 force matrix, and these are the packages. You can start with a $25 board, and everyone has to start there, and then you get your credits to go use their software, right? But most people are focusing on the compensation plan and making money with this. So perfectly fine. I'm all okay with that. And then you could get the $100 package. So you have to start at the $25, and then you upgrade to the $100, to the $500, the $1,000, and that's if you want to, right? So you upgrade to what accordingly. But I'm just mentioning that if you're trying to, you see the value in their products and you want to use the products, $250 is not going to give you a good use of it. You really need to pay the money, upgrade yourself to like maybe the $1,000 levels to then get the amount of credits to make it worthwhile using their software products to build your business, which is the AI technology. So now we get that out of the way. If you want to focus on the business only, you don't care about the credits, that it doesn't make a bit of difference. So you'd come in at $25, and if you want to build your way up to the $1,000, $4,000, perfectly fine. So you start at $25 board, right? And then when you start there, this is what would happen. $25 board, then 2 people will fall underneath you, right? So it's a 2x3 board. You start, then you get 2 people, 1, 2. Then they will get their people each. And then after they get their people, that's where you get paid. So this is why this is the pay line. When anyone hits this line, 1, 2, 3 levels down from you, that's when you get paid. So if you're on the $25 level board, you get paid $25 when someone hits here, $25 when someone hits here, 25, 25. So that's 25, 50, 75, 100, right? On this side, and then you make 100 on this side. When you get to your last payment, that's your due of $25, then the company is going to take that $25 and re-enter you on another $25 board, right? So you could cycle again. So as people come over on that board and then fill these slots, when they get to this pay line again, you'll make another $200. So that's how it works. So with that, it's the same way all these boards work. If you upgrade to the $100 level board, so if you take your profits here, 25 is 50, 75, 100, and upgrade yourself to the $100 board, then you're on the $100 board, and then when these people come in, you'll get 25, 50, 75. You get to keep the 75. The company is going to take this 25, the last one you get, and upgrade you, actually re-enter you on this board, so you get to cycle on this board again while you're in the $100 board. And you know what? That's if you decide to upgrade to those boards, right? And, not take your money out. So you'd upgrade and allow the boards to work. So here's the thing. Some people might decide, you know what? It was hard enough to do the $25 board, so I'm just going to stick to the $25 board and just get my money at every time, right? Because the next time they do this, they could make 175 that they get to keep because they're already on the $100 board, right? So that's the premise. You get to pick where you want to go, but you have to start at the $25 board. So what does that translate into? This is the board. It's your pay line. So when people hit this is the only way you get paid here. When people hit your pay line, which is usually two levels down below you. This is what it translates to when I was calculating all the costs. That, if you're coming out, you really want to do this strong and make some serious money, this is the sweet spot. If you could get 8 payments of $1,000, that's $8,000. That's a lot of money. Who doesn't want to make $8,000? And they go, okay, don't you want to make $8,000? Of course I do. So why didn't you join E1ULIFE? I'm going to show you why I didn't. So on this board, on this comp plan, the way the company has it, you can start the $25 board, the $100 board, $500 board, and the $1,000 board. If you add these all up, right? So if you just did these two, 25 and 100, that's just 125. So you could come in and just do those two boards and then upgrade yourself with the profits, right? Or you could come in and say, you know what? I'm going to put myself on all boards. So when someone comes in, guess what? I'm already ready to get the windfalls when someone hit my pay line. And I hear you. If you're going to do this, do it big so you can make big money out of it. Why didn't I join this thing? So here's the payouts. At the $25 level board, you make $175. You get the 250 credits. Of course, the $25 will re-enter you back in on that $25 board. Same thing here with the $100 board. You get to make $800, but they take $100 to re-enter you on the $100 board. Same thing with the $500, right? You make $3,500, $500 goes back on that board. The same thing, $1,000, you make $7,000, that goes back on the board. So you could be on all these boards, and you know what? I'm cycling on all of them, right? So if you get into all these boards, you're out about $1,625, but you get to cycle on all these boards. So that could be 7,000, 13. That's about 14,000, close to 15,000, right? If you're on all boards and you cycle, about 15,000 bucks. And you get to do it again and maybe even upgrade to the other boards, which is fascinating and wonderful. So I'm seeing how this could make people some serious money. So that's why I'm going to go over the cons and the benefits to this. I do see how people can make this money. I do see why this is so exciting for people, right? It has the products, the AI, and it's in the business niche, right? You actually get products that you could use for your business if you have a business. Perfect. This is global. It's involved in Bitcoin, and you can't buy this stuff right anymore. You get to earn it. So this allows anyone to get in and they can get paid out in their country. And it's at a good price point, $25 to start. Here's where my cons start. The work that you're doing in this is not rewarded repeatedly. I'm going to show you what that means, what I mean when I was looking at this for me. And that the bigger the company gets, my income is not set up to get any bigger than what I'm getting. I'm going to explain that too. And then I have to recruit by myself because I have to go fill those positions. So if we're looking at things, and I'll explain that too, you have to go, right, get your 2, which everyone should participate, right, and do their part. So everyone should get their 2. But we know that a 2x3 matrix is not new, right? And I'm thinking, if I've been in a 2x3 before, and I know the inherent thing that you get your two, you help your two get their two, and they might get their two, and ultimately you might get down to the pay line level and get paid out. But what sometimes happen is people don't get their two, and that's to say that the people you're going to get is not going to get there too. But in the business world, you got to look at the proposition that if you've came from something that looked like a 2x3 or any kind of matrix, and you were hoping for spillover, it never happened, and some of these times you just never cycled. It's like the only difference between this is the idea that it's paying in Bitcoin. So if we took out all these great benefits and remember that we were in 2x3s, 4x4s, whatever it might be, the matrices, and think, well, how long did it take me to get paid out in a matrix before? So that's a concept I'm going on. I have to recruit by myself, but once I recruit or my recruiter recruits, right? So I'm just going to show you. If I get my two, these two, no problem, right? And these two, they should go get their two. We should be expecting that everyone's going to get their two, right? That this should really continue. So if we have the expectation that everyone's going to get their two, perfect. They're going to get their two. The idea become, when are they going to get their two? How fast can they do it? So it might incentivize you to then, you know what, let me blow through this because I need the pay line to be filled. So if this one takes forever to get their two, hey, let me give him spillover. He got his two, and now he go get his two. Then those two will spill onto the ones I give him. That will land on my pay line. That's a beautiful thing. Same thing with this guy, right? But how much work will this person do to make sure that he is definitely going to get to the pay line? And if we're ever in a 2x3 matrix before, or whatever matrix, people always seem to struggle to fill the matrix so you can get your pay line. And then it takes forever. Because it's a new company and it's going quickly, virally, these boards are probably filling very quickly. The thing is, when it gets to a point where it's not viral anymore and people come in, say, on this level, and now they got to go build it, guess what? The people up here are already off this board, right? They're gone. They've cycled out. They're off the board waiting for these people to cycle to come over. These people are dragging their feet, right, or can't recruit, because at this point, it becomes, oh my goodness, everyone knows about this. I can't find anyone, right? I don't know anyone. I don't know how to recruit. I don't know how to sponsor. And guess what? This guy up here who sponsored and got off this board are going, come on, people, get this done so you could come over here and I could get some, make some more money on the pay line. And they're struggling. But it would make no sense for this guy to then come back on this board and then try and help these people, because he won't make any money. So if he put people over here and they spill over under these people, guess what? He's not making any money until they hit their pay line and cycle off the board. And this happens on all the boards. So that's one of the things I was looking at going, you know what? We've done these kind of things before, the matrices, and had problems with them filling. Or if you came in too late, it becomes you're not getting enough spillover from the heavy hitters on top of you, or you're trying to find someone to help you do some recruiting so you could actually fill all these spots. The other thing is you're going to earn Bitcoin. And I mentioned that that was a perk. True it is. It's a perk that you earn Bitcoin. You can't buy Bitcoin. At the monies that we make in this industry, it would be impossible to go out there and just plunk $95,000 buying one Bitcoin and take it out of your cash reserves. So earning Bitcoin is awesome, but then it has a negative. Earning Bitcoin, you won't get to keep the Bitcoin. Because if you're earning the Bitcoin, right, the goal is so you could earn money so you could pay your bills. So if you're earning it, chances are you're going to convert it to go pay your bills. And if you don't use it to pay your bills, guess what? It's just going to sit in the account for how long? To how much more appreciation are you going to wait for it to get to so you could cash it out, right? And then all the gas fees, that's going to eat up quite a bit of it. So it becomes, you're earning the Bitcoin, which is a great thing, but chances are you're going to need it to spend. Because if you make $15,000 in Bitcoin, I imagine you need $15,000 in your household, right now, or you need some of that money in your household. So you're going to convert the Bitcoin into cash or spend it somehow to take care of your household. So it becomes, well, I'm earning Bitcoin, which is exciting, but I won't really get to keep it because this is not extra money that I have to just sit and put it in the corner until 20 years later or 10 years later, 5 years later, a year later, whatever it might be to cash it out. You need the money now, and that's why you're in a business, to make money now. So that gave me reason to pause when I was really thinking about all the excitement around it, going, you know what, I need to rethink this because I already, I'm in a business that I'm doing that I seriously need to reevaluate things, that I can't jump into everything. And everyone, really, we can't do but so many programs, right? So when these things come up, we have to evaluate them based on some criteria and to make it make sense. Is it worth me doing? So based on this, the cons that I have from it, it really isn't worth it for me to do this, because my work is not going to be rewarded repeatedly. I could do this and maybe close out the board, right? Make $10,000, but then what? It's only $10,000. It's not like I made 6,000, a six-figure income, and then next year it's going to be the same. I'm going to go do some more work or depend on all these people to do their part so they could cycle off boards, come back on my boards. And so that's why I decided, you know what, let's pause this. So the cons for me is my work is not repeated, right? The company, as a company gets bigger, my income may not get bigger. It doesn't grow exponentially with the company. Actually, I'm getting more competition in a sense that might dilute me moving faster. I'm earning Bitcoin, but I got to cash it out to use it. So then that's what gets people confused. And it got me, you know what? I had to really sit back and say, okay, pause. I know it's exciting, but you got to think about this because there's so many options out there. And with that, it sounds exciting. So with E1ULIFE, I decided, you know what? This is the hottest thing. Right now, you're seeing this to be the hottest thing. It's going viral. People are making thousands in a short time. People are documenting that, you know what, I made over $10,000 in a little much over a week or so, right? And it's like, whoa, it gives you reason to look at this like, okay, because who doesn't want to make $10,000 in less than a week? Makes sense. Now, you don't have to recruit. That's another perk to this. You're probably hearing some things like, you know what, well, okay, you don't have to recruit in this stuff. You could get, if you get in early, you can get lots of spillover. But let's underline this. It's if you get in early, right? Which I definitely had an opportunity to get in early, and I'm thinking, oh my God, am I gonna miss? Right? I had to really sit down and think about this, guys. Do you really want to miss that spillover you could get? And then they're like, hey, you're crazy if you don't jump in this thing. And I'm thinking, oh man. And then they're telling me, you know what, my sponsor, who, because someone who called me out of the blue and say, hey, you know what, I got this crazy thing I need you to look at. This is going crazy. They have a sponsor who's a heavy hitter. And that he or she, and I'm sure you've heard, is going to give you, massive spillover that you can make money. So all those things that are coming at me, I really had to sit down and evaluate what that means. And I'm sure if you're looking at this business, and if you're not in a business or if you're in a business, you're going, does this make sense for me to jump into it? So here's my response to some of these things that, you and I are both faced with. This thing is the hottest thing. It is. There's no doubt. So I'm not negating what this is. It is a good opportunity for people who, you know what, they want to jump in and do your thing, do your thing. But for people who are really looking to make some serious money in this, and they're wanting to make sure that their time is going to be rewarded well, and they're not jumping from just one thing to the other, then you kind of pause and say, okay, let me see if I should jump into this. And then you had to question yourself, can I do this? That's always a question. Can I do this business and do it on my own? That if no one helped me, can I do this? So that was something I evaluated too. You know what? If my sponsor doesn't help me, can I do this by myself? So with this being the hottest thing, here's my response to that. The hottest thing becomes cold, right? It at some point may not be as sustainable as it looks, because we've already been in 2x3s, matrices, and guess what? We would still be in them if we're making money from them. But I'm not in a 2x3 matrix anymore. It's going viral. It is. And that's fantastic. I love when a business goes viral. That's when I want to hop in. But this is like, what happens when it stops going viral? I can't bank on the momentum and keep making money at that pace, right? Because now there's a momentum and I can make money at it. But what happens when the momentum is not there? Does the opportunity still, create a sizzleness that will allow you to make money at it? And we've been in a lot of business that had lots of sizzle, but when the sizzle kind of fizzled out because it stopped being new, there's no buzz, and it's hard to make money in it, hard to get people in because there's no buzz. The product is just not, the thing that gets people in anymore. Now, people are making thousands in a short time. Yes, yes, yes. But the idea is, which people? I mean, is it people like me? Is it introverted people who don't like to recruit, who don't want to go drag their friends and family into any other business? Or is it like the heavy hitters who, once they move to something, people tend to follow them? Is it those kind of people making lots of money? So I had to evaluate that, because people like me who, have a few people that we could talk to and maybe show them something, but after that, things are dried up, right? You might have two, three, maybe five people in your spirit that you say, you know what, maybe I could introduce an opportunity to them. But if they say, you know what, they're going to pass, guess what? You don't have no one else to introduce this to, right? So I had to look at that really seriously. Another thing when people are saying, Kay, you are crazy not to just jump in this and let, the heavy hitter is getting early because I'm giving you an early spot, right? Because people are calling me early to let me know this thing is popping. This has just been, I'm sure, a couple of days old. And I had that opportunity and I sat on it and I was thinking about it. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to have to give it some thought. And here's my response to this, Kay, are you crazy? Jump in, right? Because you get the early spot. Is I'm tired of losing money in things that I know I can't build. A lot of people that I've talked to before, you know what? They knew they couldn't build it, but because of the excitement around it, they jumped in thinking that, you know what, everyone around them with their excitement and their building and their spillover was going to make them money. And it didn't work out for them. So then they had to jump into something else and try to get to the top position. Another thing is my sponsor is a heavy hitter. He or she's going to create momentum to, in a sense, make you money. And that's if you get in early, if you're at the top positions, right? People have to build behind you. That's why it's exciting to get in at the very beginning. But what happens to my people who come in after, right? Maybe they missed the boat and they're coming after. Now it's me and a scrappy team, right? Of introverts going to go try to build this. People who say I can't recruit. I could probably get one or two people in, three people in, but you know what? If I have to go build this thing because other people can't do this, then I'm stuck. And they know they're stuck because it's happened to them before. And it's happened to a lot of people, good people, really, who, you know what? They have good hearts. They have good intentions of recruiting and they try their best. But you know what? They only got a couple people in, right? But the couple people doesn't make them the $10,000. So that's kind of why I decided, you know what? Pass with this. Even though I see maybe a couple of years back, I'd see that as a great opportunity for me and I'd hop in. But right now, it is just not a good fit for what I'm trying to do and how I want to move in the space. Because I realize, you know what, I can make a little money, but it's not life-changing money. And at this point in the game, I want life-changing money. So this is how I want to get paid. You know what, if someone's coming into an opportunity spending $1,600 or even $125, right? Because you realize $25, it only makes you a little pittance, right? There, you kind of start making some money. You could actually do some damage to a bill that you have in your household. But with E1ULIFE, you're paid down here. When someone comes in, these two people come in, you don't get paid. When these people come in, you don't get paid. It only happens when the people hit this pay line that you get paid. Here's how I want to get paid. I want to get paid when anyone come in my organization. I want to get paid when the first one comes in, the second one gets in, the third one, the fourth one. I want to get paid when everyone. So you see the difference that I see here is that no matter what happens, I get to win. In E1ULIFE, the only time you win is when someone hits this pay line. So you have to wait through all of this and then cycle off the board and wait till these people cycle off and come back to you, right? I want this to, and when you cycle off and this board still continues, these people are going out getting recruits there too. Guess what? You don't get paid from these recruits going to go get two. But guess what? It's going to be massive as these people are recruiting people, right? I want to get paid on everything that's happening in my group. When it happens up here, and even beyond what I could see, I want to get paid. So that's the scenario that I want to have set up that makes sense for me to be in a business like that. So what that looks like is when I win, I win. So if I started here and this is my pay line, I win, right? I win. But I also want to win when I lose. That means if I never get to the pay line here, I still want to win. I still want to make money. That when this person come in, I wasn't supposed to be paid in E1ULIFE, right? But now with the situation I'm looking at, I want to get paid when this person comes in, that person. So that is a possibility of a business model that exists today that I didn't know existed. And so that's why I had to pass on this one, because there is such a business model that rewards you for everything that happens in your organization. Everything, no matter who recruits them, you get rewarded for it. So I like that situation. So the options, right? driving yourself nuts wondering, oh, what's my options? Because it's like, if I don't do this, what else can I do? Because you got to do something if you're looking to make money online, right? It becomes this kind of situation. Working in a business that operates in the space of cooperative economics. That means all of us win. That translates to you and to me that when I win, I'm going to win. And when I lose, I'm going to win still. That translates to everyone that partakes in this business model. When you win big. And when you lose, you think you lost, you still win. With this business model, if you took your people, you had extra people, you would have them spill over, right? Guess what? You had your one person, your two person. You just had, oh my goodness, two extra people, and that's all you could bring back to the table, right? Was two extra persons. So guess what? You allow them to spill over to this person, 1 and 2, right? But guess what? That's all you can muster up was 4 people. You're like, okay, man, I'm happy. But guess what? You're still not at the finish line because you still need those people, you and this person, to go put these people under here. So if these people are struggling to get their people and they're taking a long time or no time, right? They've gone on to do different things, whatever it might be. You don't win because even though you did all that work to put these 2 people in and this person in, it's like, I'm still shy of making the money. What I want to do with the business I'm in is operate under the concept of cooperative economics. That means this model allows that all those who participate in it win, and also it helps those who fall short. So just the instance that I give you, that you had this person come in, you put these 2 people under here. If this person is falling short, it still means you win. And when this person, you know what, does the thing that they're supposed to do and actually does what the program requires, I win again. So no matter how we slice or dice it, I'm going to win. And the same thing happens for everyone on my team. So that fosters a group of people making money. So if you're wondering, that word sounds new to me. I'm not quite sure about that concept. What is this concept all about? This is a unique concept that, I've lived for this. I didn't realize that that's what I was looking for because I've always looked at programs that gave me spillover, right? Because I knew I can't go build a whole big team. I mean, you hear people build a team of 10,000 people. You're like, how the heck did they do that, right? And you're going, I could never do something like that. Guess what? If you have this as the basis, you could do amazing things and build organizations in the thousands. And you're not the one doing it because this model forces that to happen. So who's this model great for? This model is going to be great for any leader who can take care of themselves. So if you can recruit your own people, this is going to be a perfect business model for you. Because if you win, your people win, you triply win. This is also for people who are tired of jumping from programs to programs. They say the shiny object kind of thing, and just want to do something once but get paid over and over again from their team by doing something once. This is also for leaders who want to bring their team into something, but they don't want their people to be hurt. A lot of times we as leaders, who we could recruit a couple people, we're so hesitant to bring other people into because it's like, they're not going to recruit. They're not going to recruit anyone, right? Because they don't have the belief that they can, but they're good people and that they could recruit if only they made a little money. They get a little spark, a little taste of saying, this is what winning is. And you could win too. They need that. And you see that in them. But you know what? You don't want to bring them in a program because if you're going to help them, you're going to hurt yourself. Because you're going to take all your energy and put your people under them. And you're not going to make any money from that. At the same token, you realize they're not going to recruit so they could help you make any money. So in a sense, it's a lose-lose proposition there. So this is also for leaders who want to help their team and they want to get rewarded for all the hard work they do. A lot of leaders sometimes, they really want to help their team, but guess what? They realize they're going to put in the work and that work is not going to come back to them in any monetary form. So guess what? They know they're going to get burnt out, and that's why even though they want to, they can't help their team because it's going to burn them out. And then with this business model, I found the perfect business that's in complement that allows this cooperative economic structure to work beautifully. So the business model that I found, it's really a business that allows leaders who want to scale their incomes from making, a few $100s, thousands, to 6 figures and to literally build generational wealth. So if a person wants to go from making a couple $100,000, to 6 figures, this does it, but it also sets you up to literally scale that business to making millions without you really thinking about, oh my God, how am I going to make millions? This business literally push you to make millions. So when I saw E1ULIFE, it's like, you know what, with what I have going off, I have to pass on E1ULIFE because I'll be splitting myself in two, trying to chase pennies when I have a model here that could literally become scalable and make millions without the hard work of trying to get your team to do things, because anything your team does, guess what? You get paid for it. So that's why I was excited to say, you know what? Even though I was tempted, it's like, wow, this seems really cool. It's moving really fast. It's like, you know what? I really cannot split my time to dedicate any of my time to E1ULife. And for that reason, I humbly declined to the few people who reached out to me saying, you know what? It's a great opportunity. Go run with it. But it's not going to work for me because what I got going on here is going to surpass this in terms of what my team and people who join this business are going to be able to do. So if you want a win-win and you're looking for, you say, you know what, I was looking at E1ULife. I'm looking to make some serious money online quickly. You want to make money quickly because I'm all about making money quickly. I mean, I don't want people to get that wrong. Like, oh, Kay don't need money. No, I need money. I need it right now to spend. But at the same time, I'm not looking to jump from one program because it's hot, make my money out of it, then go start all over, burn out all my people, and then we all lose in the big run. So if you're looking for something a little different, right? Or you're saying, you know what, let me see what Kay has to just compare it to what I'm looking to do. This is not going to take something, you take months comparing things. This would be a simple business. You see it, it makes sense because it's on the model of corporate economics, fine. If it doesn't make sense to you, if this word makes no sense to you at all, you hate this word, you're like, you know what, I want to go build my business by myself and put 10 million people into it and make my money. I don't want to deal with working with other people. Then this might not be for you. But if you're doing it anyway, right, you're working with people, building a team of a 2 by something, 3 by something, matrix, cyclers, whatever it is, you're working with people. And I'm telling you, when I realized, you know what, the beautifulness of when you're working with people and that whatever they do, you make money from, no matter where they are in your organization and no matter who put them there, I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me because I don't want to go every time I make money, it's only from my efforts and there's a special pay line and I have to get paid off of. I want to get paid on everything that happens below me. So if you're like me, want to make some serious money, have it scale to millions. You're in this to make some serious money from 6 figures to millions. Definitely click the link in the description box. Check out what's happening there. Do your due diligence in researching the business that's going to be presented. If it makes sense, certainly I'll be the person you want to connect with. If it's not for you, hey, go do something that will make you your millions. Perfectly fine. But for me, I'm checking out of E1ULife.